Next up, a rivalry game. Baylor on the road against TCU. And I want to take a step back on this game for a second here. I want you to think about how this season could be thought about very differently had each of these teams' toss-up games gone about just a little bit differently here. Let's just use what's gone on here the last couple of weeks. What do you say? All right. You've got a TCU team that has blown a 17-point lead against Arizona State on a Friday night. Not a good look, right? We agree on that? We're all on the same page? Okay, good deal. Team that lost to Kansas State because of two boneheaded decisions, frankly, by Josh Hoover. Lateral pass and a pick six, both resulting in touchdowns, 14 points, and you lose an opportunity to win a tough game on the road against Kansas State. You look at a Baylor team that got a gift comeback against Kansas State, also lost a close one to Arizona State, didn't look great against Oklahoma State. My point is, I went into this game thinking that Baylor +3 was a really good bet, and now I've shifted totally away from that. Most notably because Baylor's defense stinks. There's nothing that Baylor's defense does well. And I'm looking at these two teams, and I'm like, with the way that TCU is coming off that boneheaded loss at Kansas State, and the fact that I firmly believe if there's ever a time when Sonny Dykes really needs a win, we're getting to the point now where if Sonny Dykes loses this game after two straight seasons of, not meeting expectations, even last year was a decent year, but not meeting expectations, you're going to start to hear some noise down there in Fort Worth. I'm not saying he's going anywhere, but you're going to start to hear some noise. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, okay, this guy's coming home off of that tough loss at K-State. If there's ever a time for TCU to be dialed in at home in a rivalry game, if not now, when? So maybe that's me giving TCU the benefit of the doubt, and you can say that that's the case. That's fine. But I actually really believe that now's the time, if ever, that TCU is going to be dialed in based on how they lost that game last week. And the fact that Baylor's defense can't stop anybody. Baylor's defense has just been abysmal. And they're getting by with Sawyer Robertson in the passing game, but TCU's passing game has actually been halfway decent. So then I look at it and I say, if that's the one thing that's kept Baylor alive so far in the early season, and TCU's actually done a pretty decent job stopping the passing attack through its first couple of conference games, then that does not bode well for Baylor going into this matchup. And that's what I keep coming back to here in this game. So I'm like, I came in liking Baylor a lot. And then I stepped back and I'm like, why? Why do I like Baylor in this game exactly? Because I thought they were going to be good in August? I just can't trust this defense on the road to get a single stop. Like, do you? Be honest, even if you're a Baylor fan. Or do you feel like, no, I don't, but at the same time, I think they can win this game, 49-45 or something like that. And that's fine, but I'm just not seeing it. So I'm going TCU winning this game 37-31, and that would give them a cover. I'm not going to touch the game against the spread personally because it is a rivalry game, and you never know what you're going to get in some of these rivalry games. But the more I dug into the numbers, the more I said I don't like Baylor in this spot at all. So I'm going TCU at home minus the points. There you have it. I'm Pete Mundo, joining you on Heartland College Sports. Make sure that you like the video and you are subscribed right now.